Hey everyone, thanks Itai for inviting us and the Kraken rebellious crew back there, so appreciate it. All right, I'm going to talk about stablecoin summer with Kraken and Inc. I'm going to shill a little bit of a stablecoin that we did within Kraken with a consortium, and then how we're leveraging some of Dynamics technology and other things built by people in this room to kind of accelerate our stablecoin offering at Kraken. Really quick, I always flash this. This is me, my Telegram, Twitter. Follow me if you want to talk about stables or build anything. I'm always responsive, usually. Sometimes it takes me a few days. So the thing I'm shilling is this thing called USDG, which is like the global dollar network that we did with a consortium of Paxos, Robinhood, and Anchorage. And it's something that we launched maybe 2 or 3 months ago. And it recently deployed on Inc. a couple weeks ago. I think it's around, if I last checked, like 90 to 100 million in usage, which isn't bad for only being a few months old. But this is like just one piece of Kraken strategy. The rest of it is kind of going all in on a diverse set of stables. And we don't really want to put our eggs into one basket, but we do want to have this to enable yield as a first-class citizen across all of our products, or if anybody's holding this on chain, you just automatically get yield. These are, in some capacity, these are all the people we've worked with and have some kind of deal going on with USDG. I mean, you see the consortium in here, but there's all kinds of weird things happening with all of them. Like WorldPay is interested in using this. Some of the smaller remittance products, and we're thinking about our own too. So we always think that yield sharing democratizes asset flow and is like a baseline. We don't really want it to be like a stable that you just convert your Bitcoin to and then you just hold it there. We want to make sure that no matter where this is being used on chain, you are getting some kind of yield, whether it's in a protocol or just being held on your wallet. And so, like I said, we want to enable this as a given. And it's it's not an extra step, you have to do an extra action to get yield on this. You were just holding it and getting it. And this is, our offering across all of Kraken to be able to hold USDG and get passive yield. We're using a dynamic powered product that we're calling Kraken Global Wallet, and it's going to exist in all of our products and some upcoming launches. And it's going to treat all the stables as a first-class citizen, hopefully abstract all the chains, make it so that your yield is just automatic and you don't have to opt into anything. And I don't know, we love it. I don't know if we really want to call it a wallet. That's an internal debate, but that's what it's called right now. And so, like I said, it treats stables as a first-class citizen. Of course, we're going to allow all the other assets and everything to be held on it, but we really want to focus on your stable experience with it in some capacity. It might be later this year, but that is definitely a goal with this thing. Pepe's happy with his yield, right? He's got to be peaceful. Always have to throw in a Pepe. So the diversity on Inc. with all the stable coins. While we do have USDG. We love that there's all these different stables out there, decentralized ones, I don't know, weird ones that pop up, some derivatives of M0, anything like that. We want to enable all of them to be there. We're definitely not going to put all of our eggs in USDG. You don't have to have USDG to use Inc. All of our products and our upcoming kind of secret protocol things will leverage all kinds of stable coins. And like I said, the remittance thing. This is kind of funny. I was talking to our CEO about remittances, and being in crypto so long, it always seems really weird to me to have to go through a bunch of hoops to pay somebody when I'm just sitting there and it's okay, I have an address, I can just send it. Why do we have to build all this extra infrastructure just for remittances? But then I got enlightened and stepped out of my bubble, and it's okay, you have to have the fiat providers, the conversion, make it go to the local currency. So we hope that our push into USDG and then all the other stables that we support would enable any kind of build of remittance apps on top of Inc. or things that we're building. Yeah, and one of the biggest drivers we find to actually get people to withdraw from Kraken and use things is that yield. So if this is able to democratically distribute yield, then hopefully we can just get more people using Kraken Global Wallet, be able to get off of Kraken and actually use on-chain products. So, I mean, that's a repeat, but emerging stablecoin networks, they bring this yield and choice. We, the decentralized ones are kind of strange. I think regulatory speaking, we've had to disable a lot in different jurisdictions. But I hope on Inc, like we can have them there and have them be present and allow people to withdraw and give them like some kind of incentive to realize like there's other options than just centralized stablecoins. So we're not gonna, we're not gonna be biased on any of these. And then to close, actually I had something in here that didn't get included, but back to the point about people withdrawing, I always like to include this stat that only 20% of our users, which we have 15 million accounts, have ever withdrawn from Kraken and done something on chain. So it's a really weird gap that we have. And we hope that like some of the on-chain yield through Kraken Global Wallet and other products will get people to stay within the Kraken ecosystem and also be on-chain and get that yield. But this is a quote I love to include in presentations, just as like a reminder, because this is the Stablecoin Summit, and we're talking about BlackRock, we're talking about institutions, all these different people. This is from one of the SEC commissioners before. I don't think she's still there. I don't remember. But Caroline Crenshaw, in her dissent to the Bitcoin ETF decision, was commenting on why is so much energy being expended on linking all of crypto to the existing financial system. So I just like to include this as like a reminder, even though like we are like having like this breakthrough moment in the cycle of stables and RWAs, we still can't forget our roots of like, this is amazing technology that we can just sit there and send money to somebody else, other side of the world, without any kind of middleman. So no other commentary other than just I love it as a reminder of like why crypto's here, and we can't forget that even though we do have all these institutions and things coming on board. And that's all I got. Thank you.